Hello, heroes of Arcasia. We're back with another episode of Patch Notes with Henry. Today we're going to cover the Chase the Storm update, which is our September update. This update is all about Behemoth, the newest raid coming to Lost Ark, along with some new events and other things that are going to help you get ready for the upcoming major Tier 4 update in October. Let's dive into the changes now. All right, let's talk about the biggest thing arriving in this update, which is going to be the Behemoth Raid. The Chaos Guardian Behemoth is returning, and for those of you who might have either shift-G'd through the story or need a little bit of a lore refresher on him, let's do a little bit of a recap. Behemoth is a follower of Varkin, who is the head of the Chaos Guardians, and reigned as a symbol of fear and brutally slaughtered a ton of people in South Curzon in the storyline. Behemoth was injured by you, the player, in the events of South Curzon and was thought to have disappeared completely. No one knew where he went. He has now reappeared with the Chaos Guardians, desiring the destruction of Arcasia. All right, let's dive into some of the specifics. Behemoth is going to be a huge 16-player raid. People that are victorious against Behemoth are going to get honing materials, gold, the standard rewards you get from raids in Lost Ark, along with a new progression material, which is Weapon Transcendence. That's going to drop in the form of Behemoth Scales, which will allow you to unlock that system. It also functions a little bit differently. There's going to be a limited pool of 8 revives available to your team, so you can just kind of prepare for mayhem as your group works together to fell the enormous dragon in this 2-gate raid. Behemoth is going to come in a little bit different for the Western version of Lost Ark compared to what you might be familiar with if you've been following the Korean version. It's going to arrive at item level 1620. And one more thing to note, there are no sidereal or allied forces skills in the raid. It's going to be up to you and your 16-player group to vanquish Behemoth on your own. So, a second ago I mentioned that Behemoth is going to release at item level 1620 instead of 1640. So players that have been watching maybe Korean Behemoth guides or videos may notice some differences in the Western version, including raid balance and rewards from the raid. One of the things that you'll notice also to help speed up the process of Weapon Transcendence is that the first time bonus gift you get for defeating Behemoth is going to give 100 of Behemoth scales instead of 20. All right, let's talk about Weapon Transcendence. It's very similar to Armor Transcendence, but works to power up your weapon. It's going to take place at the same vendor as Armor Transcendence, but use materials from the new Behemoth Raid. You can begin Weapon Transcendence after clearing Gate 1 of Behemoth, and you can do Transcendence level 6 and 7 after you've cleared Gate 2. So similar to the Armor Transcendence Restoration tickets, we're going to be adding Weapon Transcendence Restoration tickets to help you progress through the new system ahead of Tier 4 a little bit faster. We'll also cover it in the next section when we talk about events, but we're also adding some more ways for you to earn bound gold, since Weapon Transcendence is another gold sink. But we really want to make sure that you have a bunch of materials through these events to feel like we're helping you progress on time to reach some of those, where your characters need to be for Tier 4 with these various horizontal and vertical progression systems. All right, to round it out, let's talk about some of the other things that Behemoth is going to bring to the game. There's going to be 2 new quests. There's going to be a prelude quest leading into Behemoth called Gathering Lightning Clouds. And then after you defeat Behemoth, there's going to be an after-story quest called Where the Storm Ravaged. So you'll be able to get a little bit more lore and learn a bit more about the story by completing those quests. There's going to be a new Epic Raid Entrance UI, which is the type of raid that Behemoth is categorized, along with a totem where you can interact with it to queue or party find for the activity in major cities. There's going to be a ton of new achievements, new titles, new trophies. There's even a new MVP background and a new movement effect that are being introduced with the raid. There's a new card for Behemoth and a new card book set for Behemoth that comes out, with that card as well. To round it out, there is an Epic Raid exchange that is going to be added with the latest QOL changes from Korea, including an unlimited exchange for Dark Fire and Elixirs with the price reductions that they've had in Korea. So we hope that helps players progress after they've vanquished Behemoth and gotten the rewards they needed from that new Epic Raid. So while Behemoth's the big focus, We also have a ton of new events coming in this update, which we think players will be really looking forward to. First off, we have the Chase the Storm progression event. It's a new mission-based progression event that's built to help you progress a character from level 1600 to 1620, obviously a very key item level for both Behemoth and the upcoming release of Tier 4 in October. So in addition to helping with honing, the event's also going to help out by preparing your new character or existing character by granting key progression materials such as Elixir and Transcendence materials. Armor Transcendence, not the new weapon one. So the event has 3 mission categories: honing a con gear, clearing Ivory Tower Abyssal Dungeon, and clearing the Thamine Legion Raid. Honing a con gear is going to grant you honing books, both the advanced metallurgy and advanced tailoring books, to boost your honing percentage, and a ton of bound gold. I think if you max it out, the math I was looking at, I think it's like 40 to 50,000 gold. I think right around 45,000, right in between there. So if you max out the event and are doing honing, that's a good sizable chunk of gold to help out all of those clicks that you're doing. So that's the first category, is going to be honing a con gear. The next one's clearing Ivory Tower gates, and that's going to grant potent elixirs and stabilized ductility catalysts. Clearing Thamine gates will grant Darkfire and Transcendence restoration tickets for armor. So all in all, it's just built to help provide a bunch of materials. Those are the tickets that make it so you don't need gold to re-transcend your gear, and those are the elixirs that you don't need gold to hone, you need silver. So should be a good event to help you get a character up to 1620, whether that's your main, if you're maybe a returning player or newer player, or one of your favorite alts that you want to prepare for Tier 4. So up next, we're going to be bringing back the Blooming Makoko event, this time granting larger amounts of bound gold than previous years, for both the special Makokos, the like jackpot ones that you get, and the smaller ones alike. It's going to take place every even numbered hour, and you'll receive random amounts of silver and gold by finding the Blooming Makokos. The more Makokos you find, the better your chances. You can participate once per account within a region per day, and the event is going to take place at Wavestrand Port. This event is going to stick around until October 9th. Up next, Oktoberfest is going to return. Fun fact that I didn't know until somewhat recently is that Oktoberfest in Germany actually takes place mostly in September. So I think that's why it's coming with this update instead of the October update. So that's going to come in. It's going to return with an event shop that grants important progression materials like Oreha fusion mats, Transcendence restoration tickets, and potent elixirs, along with a few seasonal themed items to celebrate Oktoberfest. The event coins are going to be earnable through normal daily activities to help you prepare for Tier 4 without requiring additional steps. You'll just get them as you complete and play through Lost Ark like you normally would. And that event shop is also going to last until October 9th. So while those events are more structured, you're going to get a bunch of materials just from participating, designating a character, for the first one, and then for Oktoberfest, just doing your dailies, getting a little bonus. This event I think is fun just because I love everything about Fate Embers, from the loot table to the sound that they make when they drop. But we're gonna do a double Fate Ember event that also lasts until October 9th. We're just gonna double the drop rate for Fate Embers in both Chaos Dungeons and Guardian Raids. So hopefully you just get a bunch more fun stuff. And if you've been unlucky, maybe you'll finally get a sweet drop, one of the big gold ones, hopefully. So this one's a little less structured and hopefully just a little bit more fun as you're doing your dailies and getting all those materials that you want to hone your characters up for Tier 4. So those are all the new events, but there's going to be some of the ongoing events extended to October 9th. As we mentioned in a previous team update, we kind of split Behemoth out from the Tier 4 release so that we had more time to localize all of the stories and content arriving in Tier 4. So for the existing ones, rather than cut them short, we just wanted to make sure that you all had plenty of time to complete them if you hadn't already. So these are the ones that are going to be extended. The Maharaka event and daily quests for Maharaka Festival are going to be extended. We're also adding in silver, so if you have a ton of extra Maharaka coins, I'm sitting on like 10,000 something of them myself, you're going to be able to get a bunch of silver. Obviously super helpful with all the honing and other silver costs that you're going to need heading towards Tier 4. The Super Makoko Express is also going to be extended. The Voldus Power Pass is going to be extended. The weekly Chaos Dungeon Purification event is going to be extended. and the daily playtime event is going to be extended. Just some general events. Obviously, we've refreshed the daily login reward track, so there will be new fun stuff for you to come in and get. And then there's going to be a series of weekend fever time events to help grant additional materials, just to keep the good times rolling as we head towards Tier 4. So there's no new skins this month. We don't have a video to roll. We're just going to extend the sales for some of the current ones, which are pretty popular with players, with you guys. So we hope if you're eyeing a skin and you haven't picked it up yet, you'll have a little bit more time to do so. And then in October 9th, there's going to be a ton of new collections, and we'll talk about those next month. But the ones that are being extended are the swimwear skins and the Neria's wardrobe that we currently have active as well. All right, saving for some people, what is the best for last? Apart from maybe Behemoth, because that's pretty cool. We have a progression update that just happened over in Korea. We're pulling it over because we know it's important to a lot of you. We have updates to how elixirs and Transcendence are going to work. So for armor Transcendence, now we have to differentiate that from weapon Transcendence with Behemoth coming out. We have levels 4 through 6 of Transcendence are going to be available for you to complete after clearing Gate 2 of Thamine on any difficulty, and level 7 will be available after clearing Gate 3 of Thamine on any difficulty. Then for elixirs, epic elixirs have been removed from the game entirely. If you still have epic elixirs in your inventory, you're going to be able to use them. We're not going to remove any existing items, but Ivory Tower normal and solo mode are now going to drop legendary elixirs as well. The amount that they're going to drop is half of hard mode, so you're still kind of incentivized to do hard mode. You know, maybe if you don't need the gold, but you still need to get the elixirs, or what if it's on an alt, whatever that might be. It's going to drop half, but at least will help you progress those newer characters at item level 1600 to get those, you know, max elixir sets, 40 sets. And as you start to progress to normal Thamine and other things, hopefully it'll make a lot of those pieces of content easier for you to complete. And also, so you don't have to do them twice. A lot of people were frustrated doing normal and then hard. So this will just simplify that whole process. Personally, I'm looking forward to it. Gonna get some of my 1600s 40 set and then just be able to go smoke Thamine. So should be good. All right, that's all the changes in the Chase the Storm update arriving on September 11th. Round things out with a community question. We have a new event coming, gonna help you push a character straight up to 1620 and challenge Behemoth. What character are you most excited to challenge Behemoth on? Let us know in the comments. Love to hear, see what you're excited to do. There's some big damage boosts in there. Maybe you're excited to hit some new numbers or something like that. Let us know in the comments. As always, if you can like and subscribe or leave us a comment with any feedback you might have, super helpful as we look to improve or figure out, you know, what we should do more of, what we should support on the video side. You're our priority. We want to do things that resonate with you as the audience. We appreciate you. Love you all. See you in Arcasia.